What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're going to be installing the Auxbeam 8-gang switch panel system. I can't wait to show you how this is going to turn out. Come on, let's get started. If you guys have been following my build, right? There's a lot going on in my Tacoma, and a couple of things we're going to be adding is some light bars. We got the switch panel here. We got the running for taco switch. Okay. I also have the wings for the Highline body armor front bumper here. We got the wings. There we go. We got the wings for this. So I'm excited about that install. Hit like and subscribe for that installation. That's literally going to happen this week. Okay, let's get started. So you got a lot going on in this box, guys. This is awesome. You got the little labels. Okay. You got your controller box here. Sweet. You have your circuit breaker here. Love that. Got a couple cables here. All right. Some brackets. I'm guessing mounting brackets there. Okay. Some tools here. I love that. More cables. More cables. A couple screws. Okay. Tools. The actual Auxbeam. Ooh. Love that. Look at that thing. The channel here, the controller. What else we got? Little plastic thingies. We'll go over that in a little bit. We do have some zip ties as well, and more cables. So let's get started. One more thing, guys. When you lift up this, you got more brackets. All right, guys. So the first thing we want to do before we even mount anything on your truck, we want to try to get this cable, which goes to your controller, through the firewall. That way we don't have anything in the way from us getting this cable through. Some people mount first and then try to get this cable, and it's just a little harder there. But right now you have all that space to get this cable through, okay? So let's do that first. Getting this through the firewall can get a little tricky, but I want to show you a trick I did. So I took this long screwdriver and I literally went down here, and let me show you. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that screwdriver. I don't wanna make a hole. What I wanna do is I'm gonna go from the inside and push out around the side of the firewall. That screwdriver will pop out. I'm gonna use that hole. I shouldn't say hole, but around the firewall, and put the cable through there. Let's try it. As you can see, guys, I'm using the long screwdriver to push that rubber object there, and it's making a hole. You can see the light, and I actually could see my cable right there, so I'm going to pull that out. There it is, guys. I used my long screwdriver to push aside that rubber part that's there. That way I don't have to make any holes, and here's my cable. Let's pull it out. There it is. Cable's through. Awesome. Once again, guys, there's the wire. Clean right through there, guys. Now we can take this out. The next step is, where do we want to mount this, right? They give you a bracket. And honestly, you got to decide where you want to mount it. I'm going to go ahead and put it in these pre-drilled holes already, right? And as you can see, I'm probably going to only be able to put it in one. I'm not going to make another hole over there. I feel like if we just tighten this up, we should be okay. So I will not make another hole over there unless I really absolutely feel like I need to. Let's do it. All right, guys, so there it is. That's what I did. Let me show you. So I do got a bolt in here, which did not come with the package. I had to find this here, and I did have to stretch these out so that would fit in there. But look how solid it is. It's not going anywhere. It's not shaky, thumping, or anything, okay? So that's where I have my bracket. I will install this here, right to the little last hole there, right? And then we'll go from there. So I'm putting that on the last hole here, right there, on both sides, right? Put it right in there. We're gonna tighten it up with the little screws and washers, and then we'll move on to the next step. let's tighten it up. Wonderful. All right, guys, this is where we're at so far. We got the little screws in there with the bolts. Here's the box. You have quick access to it. Boom. Both battery terminals facing the battery. Let's move on to the next step. If you're wondering if this is gonna hit your hood, it will not. It will close just fine. You don't believe me? All right, guys, next we wanna go ahead and start connecting all the different cables. All right, guys, so for the circuit breaker, I've seen people do all kinds of stuff. I've seen people drill holes on this box, pop it in there, whatnot. I'm gonna do something a little different. You can do it however you wish. I'm gonna use this provided bracket. And as you can see, I already got it tightened up right in here. I did add a little washer in there. Okay, but that's nice and tight, and I could always move it left and right. That's what's great about this. And then I'm gonna go ahead and mount it right here. Boom. And it'll just be chilling there, okay? So watch this. By the way, guys, I did have to make these holes bigger. This one and the one over there. Okay, keep that in mind. Perfect. Before we get started on anything here, guys, let's go ahead and disconnect the battery. There we go. All right, guys, for your next step, we want to make sure you have your breaker off before we get started, okay? All right, so what we want to do here first is we want to take your smaller red cable. We're going to connect that to here. Oh, crap. We want to connect that to here, and that's going to run underneath the holes here to your control box. Let's do that first. All right, guys, next, take your long red one. You're gonna put it up here, and this is the one that's gonna go to the battery. We're gonna wait on putting it on the battery. Let's get this side first. Maybe I do want to make it go under. See what that looks like. I kind of like it that way. Once again, we'll leave this for later. That will go onto the battery. Next, take your black cable, run it through the bottom here. Put it right on this terminal here. You may have to get the cable to submit. There you go. play around with it, guys. You'll get it. There it is. Okay. Just like I want it, tighten it up. Perfect. Excellent. This black cable will go on the negative in your battery, right there. All right, guys, next you want to go ahead and connect your controller cable. Okay, right in here. All the way around, sorry about that. There it is. Love the little click. All right, sorry about the wind, guys. It's super windy here in Florida for whatever reason. I will be zip tying these soon, but I want to make sure I finish at the front first before I tie these. All right, guys, next you want to connect your ACC wire. Let's do it this way. We'll run this one through here. Take that, plug it right in. There it is. All right, guys, next we want to take this cable and we want to attach it to the ACC cable here. It's labeled. Okay, so we're going to remove what's here. Okay, and we want to make sure this is nice and together. There it is, guys. As you can see, that's it. All right, now we're gonna connect this to the fuse box. All right, guys, I'm gonna remove this fuse here, the 10. Okay, and that's what we're gonna plug in. There we go. All right, guys, we're gonna start connecting now the battery, everything to the battery, etc., etc. So I'm gonna start with the black cable. I'm actually gonna ground it here. Let's do that first. Just like that. All right, guys, so after I got the battery installed, cables are right where they need to be, ground over here, everything's right where they need to be. The next step is finding out which fuse you want to plug this in. Just real quick, this cable here, you want to take your kit comes with fuses here, okay? I took the number 10 and plugged it onto the bottom there, okay? And I'm actually gonna use this fuse here because I found out that's my headlights. And for now, that's what I'm gonna use right now because that way it won't keep my, power to the control box and it won't drain my battery. So we're gonna plug that in right here. Okay, and then we're gonna try it. Flip the switch, okay? Come back around here. Here's the switch, no power. But when I turn my headlights, boom, power kicks in. And for now, I'm gonna just kind of go with this option here. I love it. So now that we have power here and it's controlled, right? And it won't kill my battery. Now we're gonna install this. And of course, guys, before we do that, let's go ahead and clean this up, seal everything, close everything up, and zip tie. Guys, that's as clean as it's gonna get for now. Not bad at all. I'll find later on, maybe I could do something else, but what do you guys think? Looks great so far. Let's get that box inside installed. There it is, guys. Got the little box on it now. Wonderful. Shout out once again to Running for Tacos for this switch panel here. I love it. It comes with a little button, right, for your lights in the back, in your bed. And we're gonna get this installed. Obviously, we won't need this piece here because that's where the panel will go, the control panel. All right, guys, to remove this panel, honestly, you're gonna have to use some kind of prying tool. And you wanna kind of go all the way around and pop it off. Just like that. Next, what we want to do is we want to disconnect this cable, and then that way this whole thing can come right off. Okay. Real quick, guys, you are gonna need to take this piece off here because you will need that for the switch. So let's do that. Now we're gonna take our switch, we're gonna unplug it, okay? And then we're gonna pass it through the bottom. Okay, we got that ready up here. We got the other cable here. Here's our new product, Running for Tacos switch panel. Okay, we got this guy here. A little plastic over that. I'm gonna leave that on for now. Actually, you know what? Let's take that off. Take that off. All right. We're gonna go ahead and grab the cable for the switch. And we're gonna plug that thing right in, okay? All right, guys, I transferred all the things with the buttons from the old one into the new one, okay? And it's great. Plugged it in, and I already tested it out. Turns on. Now let's get the aux remote on. All right, guys, we got our Auxbeam there, okay? Literally just slide it right in, right? Boom. Turn it around. And then with the provided little tiny screws, you're gonna find a little hole right there. And then with your provided screwdriver, tighten all 4 of them up, okay? All right, I'm gonna do that to all 4 real quick. All right, there's the last screw, boom, right in there. And then we're gonna just tuck everything nice and neat, guys. And we're literally just gonna go ahead and pop it right in. Now, I wanna remind you, interesting. What do you do with this? Very interesting. We did have to make some cuts here in order to get that this fixture inside here, okay? So I cut that side. I don't think I'm gonna need to cut this side. I hear people do cut this side. I'm not gonna do that yet. So let's try it. There it is, guys. Looks clean, clean, clean. I'm gonna clean it up here, then add the little buttons. But let's try it out. Ooh, there it is. Awesome. So we're ready to install lights. Okay. All right, guys, so I do have a small little light bar here to make sure I test out and make sure everything is properly installed. I got my positive, my negative connected on the first button. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? Got it all connected on the first one. Small little light bar that will be going on my wings on my hybrid body armor bumper. I got some wings for that. Stay tuned for that install. So let's check it out. Come around the corner here. Activate my lights. And then I push on, right? There it is, guys. Whew. Bright, bright, bright. These are the Now Evo. I don't know, I found these online. We'll see what I think about them. They were Black Friday special, but look, looks great, works great. It's hooked up right, guys. Boom. Guys, that setup came out fantastic. Super excited about that Auxbeam controller. We are ready for ditch lights. We are excited. Well, actually, we're ready for all kinds of lights. So once again, thank you for following me. Hit like and subscribe for more videos.